You want to know something funny? I picked up my sketchbook to do a sketchbook tour. Anyway. Hi, I'm Matthew. You probably guessed that I'm doing a sketchbook tour. I was meaning to do that for a fucking while. I shouldn't curse like that. This is YouTube. Anyway, I haven't drawn in this since February of this year. Because I thought I would draw 2 more pages. But I know I won't do that, so I'll just do the sketchbook tour now. So first I'm gonna take that off. I'm just gonna show you there's glued everywhere. So first there's like my index of like all the things, because there's so many I need at least an index. And then like in the here there's paper so I can like put in my book, and I have bills that I keep so I can also make pages. Now I'm gonna show the sketchbook. This is so sad, but I'm kind of loving it. She's well loved. So the first drawing in that is incomplete and non-dated, as one does. So I have Deadpool and Wolverine after watching. It was probably while Deadpool and Wolverine was in cinema. I'm pretty sure I watched it in cinema. And I loved it, so I drew it. Then there's more unfinished sketches that will never be finished. This is, well, President Loki, I don't need to tell you. And this is my OC Ezekiel being like, I don't know what the word is in English, but he's a knight. Congrats, you're a knight. You have a sword over your shoulder, that means you're a knight. That. Then from Cookie Run Kingdom. Is it dated? Nope. Never finished apparently, but it's quite finished. Oh no, the guitar is missing. I had started playing Cookie Run again, and I drew her because I thought her design was cool. Then there's like this thing. There's nothing in there. I want to do something with it, didn't work. Never did anything. But anyway, he's a drawing I'm really proud of. This is Gabriel, Archangel of Communication and Fertility. He's my OC. This opens because it's cool. This is inspired from a phone I have. Doesn't work, but I have it. Here I wanted to put what's it called? Stamps. Never got any. Yeah. But I'm very proud of this drawing. Yeah. As I said, this was the time I started playing Cookie Run again. This is all like a ranking someone did on how good they were. And I divided them by like range, support, all that stuff. And like, yeah. This is Agnes Dewa Smith. She is one of the OCs in my cosmic horror world that will end up being a book, hopefully. I'll say she's the main character, but I don't know yet because I haven't started writing it, and there's like many characters, so yeah, who knows. This is like an OC I made to like roleplay with her friends, Spider-Man, so Spider-Sona. He's just like a Spider-Man's #1 fan. Bro has everything Spider-Man. He's crocheted and stuff. On the other page I tried to make my own Spider-Man. I hate it. Forget about it. Not gonna exist. Alright, okay, I haven't seen this in a while, so I get surprised at my own things. I don't know if you guys know, well, you guys probably know Geronimo Stilton. But there's also like the girl books that were Tia's sister. And this is Colette. She's my favorite in the franchise. She's a fashionista. She's sassy, you know. This I might not show because it might dox me, but it was a poster I did for my school's open mic. Yeah. Okay, this was I mean, the title says it all, but I'll try to not show that even though you saw everything. I tried to draw my Sona if he was in Thea Sisters, because I remembered at that point that Thea Sisters existed, and I was like, holy shit, this is great. It was for like the Inktober my nerd club hosted. So I drew Nutmeg Tiger Cookie but like in human form. Well, human-ish. She's from Cookie Run Kingdom, of course. Again, for the schools in Inktober, this is Anatoly. He's a Russian vampire. I've updated him a lot. Now he's got a whole lore. I think there's characters. I'll explain it later. The next page is me trying to figure out like how this particular temple in my world like will dress and stuff, and that's what I came up with. These are masks. It's basically because the owl people saved them from an epidemic, so now they wear owl masks to honor them. So not in all of my sketchbooks, but in a lot of my sketchbooks I have a page with like price stickers. I showed it, but then I was like, wait, there's so many things here that could dox me, so I'm gonna take that off. Yeah. Here's Patrick. So Patrick is a mini. We were playing D&D, we were looking through the minis to find like something that worked with our character, and we found that. Bro is so fugly, and I love that for him. If I can, I'll show a picture of him because he's great, and none of the pictures could focus. None of them. But there's one that's like very cinematic, so if I can find it, I'll put it because it's really funny. But yeah, he's just so fugly, and we adopted him, and says like he's freaky and he smokes cigarette and he's a metalhead. That was it. Again for Inktober, the prompt was the devil. So I drew my Lucifer from my biblical world. I'm not religious. I just think mythology is cool, and that includes Christian mythology. So I have a Lucifer. She's a woman. Yeah. Asmodeus, again from my biblical world. I think I've changed her design a bit. I'm not sure. She's the deadly sin of Lost. She has lesbian nails. And she is, in my world, she's in a couple with Lilith, who is a princess of hell. Next, I have a couple of archangels. Yeah, I think it was the time I was really developing my biblical world. So I have Azrael, the archangel, angel of death. Like, it was a concept. I wasn't sure what I was doing with him yet. I have Archangel Uriel, who's like an artist, and then there's Michael and Raphael. None of those are finished, but that's okay. Oh yeah, then I was drawing. So basically, first I drew these. They're all deadly sins except that one. This is Vixen. He's a Has Been Hotel OC. He's a punk. He's a fish. He's cool. And And then I drew Beelzebub, and I was like, right, I hate his design. I want to redesign. It was hell. I, like, pun unintended, it was hell. I went with that first. I like the design, not Beelzebub. And I think I'm skipping ahead a bit, but here's the final design I chose for Beelzebub. A moth that opens his mouth. Then there's the NUC that I played 2 games with, and then he died. Yeah, but I love him. This is Decadence. He is a Hexblood. Here are his tattoos. And here's more of Decadence. I really love him. Even though, okay, he died, but I killed him. Like, our characters died. Like, it was a TPK. But our DM made us go in the Shadowfell. And the, Raven Queen said, like, I can give you another chance if you worship it. And, like, they have a curse / gift. It's a bit ambiguous. Well, it's a gift, but their appearance is cursed because of the gift. And, like, everyone said yeah. And me, I was like, wait, he wouldn't say yes. But then he dies. He died. I replaced him, and I'm not unhappy with it. I think there's a lot to do. I'll show you soon what I did. It's like in 2 pages. Here's Leviathan from my biblical world. I had redesigned her because I was unhappy with her design, and I like this one. Then there's the replacement of Decadence. Her. This is Isis Misericordium. She is a death cleric. She's evil. She worships Leviatar. She's a Shadarkai. She's probably to BDSM. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, first I want to show you the cut. But this is Vale von Stein. He is my Frankenstein monster. I love him dearly. There's a face that I couldn't stop drawing him. Here's the goddess. Brat. She's Brat. Anyway, the goddess. She doesn't have a name. Her name is just the goddess. She's a giant goddess. Yeah, there's not much to say. Getting his head ripped off, because why not? This is gore of my comfort character, guys. Anatolia again. I never finished this. I was supposed to color it, never did. But he's cute. He has a Molotov cocktail. Ooh, these are cool. I don't know why, but whenever I draw Bobby Worse and Bryce Tank Thrust from Brendan Rogers' videos, multiverse, whatever, I have to be extra about it. Like, there's a piece of plastic and there's like stuff that moves in there. It doesn't move right now, but whatever. That there's quotes a bit everywhere. Like newspaper thing. It always has to be extra. Here's Asaran. I never drew the flags. But he's my first D&D character, and he's low-key my comfort OC. Here's Carmina. Never finished it, as you can see. But she is also a D&D character, and a character in an upcoming book series that I have in my head. She's a lesbian. Anyway. This is, his name is Rot. But, like, he's an old character, and I might, like, this is already kind of a redesign, so I might change his name. But he's kind of cool. He's a crazy-ass jester. A low-key page I never finished, but that's okay. Another poster I made for an open mic. Again, will not show it because it might dox me, which is not cool. Here's when I started thinking about Cat Faye and Co. It's a webtoon I should work on. I just had this idea of a cat that's a fairy and that commits arson, and I thought that was funny, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a webtoon out of it. Yeah. Anyway, here's Isis when she was like a novice, but I've recently implemented her, whatever the word is, into a dark fantasy world I'm making, so that will change technically, but I think it's still cute. Here's my first concept for Lady Misery. I don't think she's gonna have lore like ever. She's just a character I like to draw. I want to draw Rococo, cool, Lady Misery. If I end up making something with her, cool. Not the plan so far. Lady Lucifer in a winter attire, because I had decided around that time that the pride ring would be very cold. I think it's that in lore that like the lowest ring is like the pride ring. I'm not sure, but it's very cold, but I'm not sure of what I'm saying. But anyway, I decided it will be like wintry and stuff, so I drew her like that. Here starts my veil obsession. I love this drawing. He's always majestic. I discovered that I can draw him in 2 seconds and he's gonna be majestic. I don't think I've ever drawn Veil with clothes on because I really like drawing his scars. Oh yeah, this is an AU where he's older and started, like, went from creation to creator, but like with robotics and stuff. Yeah. Ooh, this has changed. This is Opal. I won't say anything. At this point, he was an elven prince. It changed. I won't say more. You'll know later. This is Elias, who I thought was gonna be a Dana character, but ended up very cooler than that. Ooh, this is Isis. Again, I really like this drawing. She's cute. So Opal, Elven Prince, I was like, I feel like Opal and Asaran are extremely similar, like in their act and stuff. So I made like this, which is cute. Perspective study that didn't work with Veil. Isis as a high priestess. With her new lore, I'm not sure this is gonna work like that, but she's cute. This is Gabriel. He was a hunk around that time. I changed his design. He was a twink, now he's a hunk. He is also the subject of one of my final texts. I played him on like stage. I played him announcing the end of the world and on God, then getting his angel status taken away. Anyway, Opal, still a man, still an elf. Weird. Okay. I have to stay normal. This is my friend's OC that I drew. Very cool. And they drew Isis. Very cool. This is Lucifer. Because this is their Lucifer and this is my Lucifer. Aha. Now we're starting to get closer to who Opal is now. So this is Elias, that changed. This is Anatoly. And this is Opal. I think they were still I think at this point, she was still a guy. Didn't last for long. And now they're like vampires in the early 2000s rave scene. And like, yeah, they're cool. Oh, hunk Gabrielle. Anyway, I tried drawing Anatoly and Elias at their own times, because Opal is from like the 80s, but they are old as Anatoly is from the 16th century, and Elias from the 18th century in France. He saw Marie Antoinette's beheading and then became a vampire. Not traumatic at all. Morvel. Here I was thinking about a D&D character. This is Cole. I love him. He's a grumpy ass, middle-aged vampire, who's a fighter and stuff. This is my friend's OC. We ship them. They're two middle-aged grumpy men. I love them. Here are my other friends' D&D characters. And I'm missing two, but I don't think I'll ever do it. Yeah. So that was my sketchbook tour. This was long. That was a lot of pages. How many pages? 82 pages of drawings. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it / enjoy my art. I put my art on my NeoCities. It's just that right now I forgot my sketchbook at my boyfriend's place, so I can't update. I'll go get it soon. But yeah, talking about NeoCities, I might do a video of just me exploring websites. If that's something that interests you, tell me in the comments if you want. Leave a like if you want. I don't know how to do this YouTube thing. Subscribe if you want. I'm cool. Bye.